Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a July reading for Taurus. The spread that I'm using for July is my Triptych Door spread. Now, normally they're not tilted like this, but that's how that card came out, and I felt like I needed to leave it in that slightly rotated position. So basically the middle card is the center door. It's bigger, physically bigger, because that's how the spread is supposed to look, and then the side doors are smaller cards. Now, normally I have a combined deck of two playing card decks, my historical fashion deck and my Tim Burton playing cards. And for this reading, I was compelled to separate out the fashion ones. So this is only them, with the wrong color band, because I put the wrong... they're in the same box with other cards. I accidentally put it on, but it doesn't matter. So historical fashion playing cards, and then my customized Morgan Greer. I colored the backs. Took me forever. So Taurus energy during July. So, I mean, the big one is Uranus in Taurus. It's sort of, you know, entering Aquarian territory, like interrupting myself with a report from myself kind of energy. And the moon is in Taurus on the 3rd through the 5th, but also again on the 31st. And anything else? Venus, which rules Taurus, is going to be in Leo until the 21st, and then in Virgo for the rest of the month. So there will be a difference between the Taurian moon early in the month and the Taurian moon at the end of the month. It's like, you know, it's like going back and saying, hey, did you learn any more secrets since the beginning? You know, it's like, well, you maybe you took the test, but let's do the extra credit and see how you do on that. Now, additionally, with Taurus, we have Lilith, which is kind of like the dark side of the moon. And I also read that it has something to do with the apogee. But for this reading, we're just going to call it the dark side of the moon, especially because there's two different moon visits to Taurus in July. Okay, so Lilith is in Taurus until the 17th, and then from the 18th to the 31st in Gemini. So everyone that's Taurus and Gemini together. Hold on. I think there's the moon in Taurus, 6 of Pentacles, but that's not what I'm looking for. It is Taurus and Gemini. The Knight of Swords. That seems more appropriate. There's going to be something else. Hold on. Mercury. Gemini. And what's the other one? Virgo. The 10 of Pentacles. No, wait, that's not. That's Taurus. It used to be Taurus. Oh, the 5 of Pentacles. Traditionally. And the Knight of Swords. That's giving me a little bit of like, screw you guys, I'm going home kind of energy. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Screw you guys, home. Alright, let's see what the cards are doing though. Oh, I should have point out that Lilith has to do with, it's like money and resources, or that 5 of Pentacles energy there maybe. And, like sexuality, hedonism, and things like that, which actually kind of goes hand in hand with Taurus. But we see that there's a shift there right? So, I mean, there's two camps, right? When the moon is in Taurus, the first part in the month, we have Venus in Leo and Lilith in Taurus. And then in the second half of the month, we have Venus in Virgo, right? When the moon comes back into Taurus, Venus in Virgo and Lilith in Gemini. But Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury. Leo and Taurus. Leo and Taurus. Why do I want to say that's the Six of Wands? It's not. What do Leo and Taurus have in common? Hang on, I'm thinking about something. Leo and Taurus. Oh. Oh, I almost got it. I've almost got it. Hold on. Hang on. Leo and Taurus. It's like, I'm looking at the Lover's card and I'm like, it really wants to be Libra. It wants to be, Justice at a number 8. But there's something going on with the Lover's energy. That's weird. Okay. I get distracted. Let's look at these side doors. Oh, my chest is all locked up. So there's the Six of Pentacles, which I did look at briefly because of the moon in Taurus. Alright, so there's the moon in Taurus energy, Six of Pentacles. And right away there's this sort of Gemini kind of energy because there's two feminines there. Right? It's like the moon in Taurus at the beginning of the month, the moon in Taurus at the end of the month. Like, hey, what's up? You gotta reflect and look back on this. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So we have these two feminine figures again. Queen of Cups energy. Gemini and Cancer. Alright? So the moon energy again, and then this other Gemini energy. So when the moon is in Taurus, okay. This is the beginning of the month, this is the end of the month, right? Venus in Virgo with the moon in Taurus. Venus in Leo with the moon in Taurus. And in between, the Knight of Cups. Now, I was expecting the Knight of Swords. So, this is a little weird. Okay. The Knight of Cups is Aquarius and Pisces. This is talking about the retrograde energies. Now, I'm looking at Neptune retrograde in Pisces, but this Knight of Cups is sitting on this energy specifically of Jupiter. Because earlier in the month, with this card, Jupiter's retrograding in Pisces, but at the end of the month, Jupiter's retrograding in Aquarius. And this is a little bit cockeyed because he's on the move, but he hasn't quite moved yet. It's like a freeze frame. It's like I caught him sneaking into the other astrological sign. I was like, girl, did you see what he did? He moved. But this isn't kind of going the way I thought it would, because all of a sudden there's this emotional overhaul that's happening, and it's not happening in this sort of liminal astral zone where that every other sign is really getting with this energy. This is coming in a very concrete manifestational way. It's like Taurus looks like they're manifesting a romantic relationship, to be perfectly honest. With this shift from Lilith from Taurus to Gemini, it's sort of giving me this idea that this slowdown that was happening with that romantic hedonistic energy is gonna pick up. What is sort of like it's giving me this thing that came up to me during one of the other readings. If you're parked and the car next to you starts backing up, all of a sudden it feels like you're moving forward. So when Jupiter, the wheel, backs into Aquarius, Lilith is like, ching, like now we're moving. Like, let's get this love situation off, right? There's like some energies backing off, which is slingshotting this like sexual, it's not really a liberation, it's like a romantic inclination with sexuality tied to it is no longer blocked. It's allowed to move, right? It's sort of like if you're petting a cat and you push your hand against them and they get all into it and then you let go, they'll fall over. This movement is the falling over. There's no more resistance, right? It's moving now. Let me look at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Wands inverted, right? The end of the conflict. And look at this. This is like the inner children, but this actually is making me think of the Lover's card, right? And it's like these, which is interesting because, you know, like in the 1800s, children dressed like miniature adults. So they look like miniature adults, even though the skirt is a little shorter on the girl than an adult skirt would be. But this looks like the Lover's card, right? Was like the angel here is like dressed up as this feminine, but I feel like this is this Lilith energy, right? Because she's a feminine, right? The dark side of the moon here. But this is like, all right, you kids go play nice, but when the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands is upright, it's this conflict. But here it's like ending of the conflict, ending of the resistance, ending of the lack of like healing and moving together. Traditionally Saturn in Leo, but I reassigned it Neptune. But this is, again, with this inverted, it's like, hey, this is what's happening with these retrogrades when they're sort of backing up. All right. Like they're all in, the planets are in reverse. And look at this, Temperance. Sometimes it's said that the angel on the Lover's card is the Temperance angel. This big triangle here, fire energy, because Temperance is ruled by Jupiter, isn't it? Sagittarius, which is that Jupiter retrograde. It's backing up, right? And there's a loss of, there's an inversion of conflict, right? We're getting rid of it. Shift or a pivot. Universal timing, low vibration of the Lovers. Typically the 6 of Pentacles is the masculine's heart center opening. But this is all coming through in feminine energy, but you could say that the Knight of Cups is a masculine, because typically if you're doing it that way, the Page can be a less experienced feminine, like the Princess, and the Knight is the Prince, the less experienced masculine, in comparison to the King and the Queen. But there's still this working out. It's like the knight hasn't been able to level up to the king because there's been this blockage, but things are rolling forward and there is going to be balance. If I look at this, 14, which is the number of the king, right? I'm trying to get this balance, but I've been going through this cleansing. And the Temperance 5 matches the 5 of Wands. What's being balanced out? Some kind of conflict where neither the masculine nor the feminine were able to get into this place where, you know, I'm allowed to express emotionally and in a loving way and still have it be sexual without it being aggressive. Right? Because it's in order to have a complete sacral energy and to be, to open your chakras all the way, right? Sagittarius, the sacral chakra, more or less. I accept that this is part of my energy. I accept the dark side of the moon, right? The nighttime lady. I accept that within myself. And now I'm going to be able to move forward. Okay? So this is what's coming in for Taurus for July. The way that the planets are moving around for Taurus. So, I mean, especially take a look at the beginning of the month, and then on the very last day of the month, take a look and see where you're at. Because there should be, if you're aware of these energies, you can use them to your advantage for this balancing out. For the healing, right? It's like healing in the sacral chakra allows you to be more balanced in your relations with other people in a physical way. But there's also this emotive quality, right? It's like my sacral and my heart are able to move together. My tires are aligned. All right, let me move this. If you'd like to get a personal reading, I'm trying to be careful because my chest seized up after the Aries reading here. I don't want to lean over too much. The complete list of readings I offer and how much they cost is going to be in the description box underneath this vehicle. If you like to help keep this channel chunking along, you found this useful and helpful, energy exchange, tip jar, donation, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo is CATtheMinion. I've got coloring books, dark poetry, merch, prints, actual art items. There's a coupon code here on Etsy, 3 or more items, 17% off. If you go through the link tree, that should pop in at the top of the page. Everything here is through the link tree, so the places to buy physical products or downloadable products, in social media, email, all that's through the link tree. I've got my crusty little website here, which has a version of the list of readings on it, which is through the link tree, or you can just read that list of readings down below. And then I have a playlist that's all samples of the readings, so if you want to see how they work, you can check that out too. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.